Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Tuesday, May 25th. Welcome. Yeah, that's right. I said Tuesday. I decided I better just get this done because I've been so terrible about recording and being consistent. So, by the weekend it'll be 4 weeks, so I don't want to go a whole month without recording. So here we are on a Tuesday. I'm just going to cover Maynia. I did 21 days, so that's what I have here. That's a lot. That's what I have here to show is my Maynia. And I did the Blimey Cat method. If I still had it from last year, from Maynia, then I worked on it on that same day, and then I had new starts thrown in there. I guess that's it. We can get started. I'll just talk while we look. Things have been crazy around here. Dax and I went a few weeks ago. My stack is falling. A few weeks ago to the local dive bar that we like to go hang out at. On Thursday nights, people just show up with their instruments and they have a little jam session, and we like to go to that. It's kind of weird because, like I said, it's at a dive bar, but they always start with "May the Circle Be Unbroken," and it's kind of weird to be sitting in a bar with religious music playing, but oh well. We went a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I don't know, and it's nice because we can still work late because they don't even start until like 8 o'clock and go do that. But we went and it was nice weather and evening, so they were sitting outside, out back, and there's like a little shed out there that's got some barbecue pits and stuff in that. And this bar has a cat that they throw out when they leave, so there's food for the cat in that shed. Well, we were listening to the music, and I noticed there's a raccoon in there just eating, watching the show. Dinner and a show if you're a raccoon at the dive bar. But it was pretty funny. I know that there was a lot of interest for the property across the street for sale. And they finally have actually put a sign out front, so I guess it's really for sale now. I haven't looked to see if they changed the price, but I was going to tell you there's a place about a mile down the road that was for sale, but the sign was up for like, I don't know, 2 days, and they already had an offer. Because I thought it was going to really, help people out, but I looked it up when I was protesting my property taxes to see what it was selling for, and it's not going to help me on valuation because it was listed for $999,000. I'm telling you, people, the property around here is not worth that. But somebody had already had an offer. It was already pending. The sign is down. I thought y'all were going to get a chance to come live close to me for a little less money, but unless one of y'all bought it up, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. Okay, day 1 is Summer and Chalk. This is the out of the magazine. This was out of June, just cross stitch from June 2016, and it's the one with Priscilla and Kathy Haberman from Hands On Designs. And here is where I'm at. I'll look. I don't know how long this has been going on. 2019. Yeah, I didn't make it very far. This time I think I added some more of the white in here. And I know I came down and added in leaves, but I messed up, so I had to take some of it out and put it back. So, you know how that double stitching does. it does take up too much time. What else has been going on? Oh, my father-in-law has had a setback. He, if you remember, had bypass surgery and the valve replacement. He was having some chest pains, and so in his chest and his back and everything, and so they rushed him to the hospital in the middle of the night. I guess it was 2:30 in the morning on Wednesday, which is, coincidentally, Dax and I went camping on Wednesday. Camping. We stay in a 2-bedroom cabin with this huge deck. It's not really camping. But it appears that there's some blockage in the vein that they took out of his leg to do the bypass with. I don't know if the blockage was there already or if in the course of the surgery they knocked something loose, but he's been in the hospital since last week, which I'm glad of because I think he was doing too much anyway, and he's there where they're keeping an eye on him and everything, but sometime today, I'm not sure when, they're going to go in and see if they can root the blockage out, and if not, they may have to put in a stent, but we won't know. We won't know that yet, but so far he's doing okay. They've got him stable, so hopefully this will get the job done. I had a new start out of this Cross Stitch and Country Crafts May-June of '86, and it's the cats and the quilts. I'm doing all 3 of them, and I've only, like, nobody has really anything done. I had started one of them earlier. I think this one I already started. And when I say earlier, I don't mean like, years ago. I mean, at some point here recently, I've started this one. And so I started this one on May 2nd and made it oh so far. But it's okay, because it doesn't have to be any farther than that. I'm like, that's just right here. Just a little bit of this. And so I've had those marked probably since the magazine came out. So I guess it's about time to get them started, right? And this one I started last year. So this one's May 3rd. And it's this dream catcher. It was in a little kit. This is a Hobby Lobby kits, I think. This Artiste. And whatever, why am I not farther here? Maybe I can, this will work. Ooh. Sorry, needle minders going everywhere. Much better. This time I finished up these flowers because there was a mistake in there, so I had to figure that out. And I just came down here. Obviously on that day, I didn't have a lot of time to stitch, so not a lot got done. But it is ridiculous for this to be carrying on for years. I mean, seriously. But I think I've only actually worked on it a couple of times, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. While we were at the cabin, we went on a hike in Los Maples. It's not a state park, it's a state natural area, and they have trails and stuff. And it's like a 5.5 mile hike, somewhere around in there. There's one part of the hike where it says on the thing that it's steep, and they weren't kidding, it was steep. And they had rocks placed on the trail, to be kind of like stairs going up, except for the treads on some of the rocks to use as stairs were like this deep. I was like, my short little self, I have to jump on, it's like scaling a wall. I have to jump up there and hang on and pull myself over. It was ridiculous. So I walked on the side where it was just kind of a steady incline, but it was work, and we were sore for the next couple of days at least. I worked on my mason jars dimensions kit. This one I started in 2017. This is on my list of 20 and 20 to finish. I am killing it. Although, to be fair, I've probably stitched this jar 2 or 3 times with all the things that I've messed up and pulled out. But I did some of the back stitching on the yellow flowers, as you can see. And I got gutsy and have moved over to the next jar. I know, right? It's crazy. While we were hiking, when we got up to the top, because of course we were going to be gone for a few days, all hell broke loose before we were going to go, like with my father-in-law. And Abigail called before we were leaving in a panic because she has lost her passport, and as a flight attendant, she kind of needs it. They fly to Mexico. So right now, she's home at the moment because she had to come get her birth certificate and stuff to go get a replacement passport, which is going to take, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks, something like that. And that's with a rush. So, but she realized it like the day that we were leaving. So when we were up at the top, because the cabin we stayed at has no cell phone service, to find out what was going on with Dax's stepdad, we had to go to the highway and stand in the ditch on the side of the road in order to get our phone to work to see what was going on. But when we went hiking up at the top of the hill, the phone worked. And Abigail had called and discussing some of the issues with getting a replacement passport and what was going on. And so we had paused for a minute up there on that trail while I talked to her on the phone because I didn't know if I would have service if we kept walking. And when we got ready to walk again, Dax was like, look over in the bushes and the underbrush. He's like, I think that's a coyote, because there was some bigger animal over there walking around. And so we were watching it, and we could see it move, and then it walked past in a clearing. It was the biggest freaking bobcat I have ever seen in my life. They usually don't get very big. As time goes on, I'm going to tell this story, and it's going to turn into a tailless mountain lion, I'm pretty sure. It was big, though. But I told Dax, it was cool to see it out in the wild. He was on a mission. He was doing something. Thank goodness he wasn't paying any attention to us. But I told Dax what bothered me about it was, I said, did you hear him? Did you hear any? We watched him walk away. Did you hear him making any noise? No. And so for the rest of the hike, I kept looking to make sure he wasn't following us. It was crazy. You are out in nature. I worked on Be Thankful, let's see, 2019. Started this one in 2019. So, here's where we are now. I think this time around, all I really did was get all of the back stitching done on these. The berries put in. Maybe I got the berries put in and the back stitching done. I don't really know, but it's been too long. I don't remember. Seriously, that's nuts. Let's see. I worked on this Snoopy bookmark, And this was a free pattern. If you're interested, I can let me know and I can tell you where I found it. I would say I'll put a link in the description, but there's a good chance I won't remember to do that. I don't want to lie to you. So here's where we are so far on him. I think I was like right around in here somewhere. So I got a fair amount done working on this one. And I've decided to outline Snoopy so he would show up a little bit better. I think the fabric that this one's on kind of is blue. But I decided I wanted him to show up. I started that one in 2019 also, in case I didn't say that. Put my book over here where I can hold it open. Let's see. Day 7 is Warm Hearts by the Trilogy. How cute is that? I bought this one as a kit on eBay. I'm pretty sure. I started this one in 2018. Sorry, I'm getting too much stuff going on over here. So here we are. This time I finished up the white. I had a few rows left. I think I had to come down where he starts to curve down and put in his legs. He's so cute. I really want to keep working on it every time I have it out. You'd think I'd get it out more often, but I feel that way about everything. I always want to keep working on all of them. Let's see. On day 8, it's Friendship Quilts. Ugh. I started this one in 2016. This is on my list of 20. And basically I worked a little bit on filling in right here on this window. I'm going to have to pick up the pace if I want these 20 done this year. I think I've gotten 5 done out of my list. That's not all that great. Let's see. This one, what are we on, day 8? No, 9. This is from an old kit from, I think the kit said it was like from 1985 or something. So this is an actual picture. It's stuck on this little plastic piece because it was put on with double-sided tape, and I don't want it getting on anything else. It was one I think I got off of Listia or something like that. But here's where I've gotten part of the O in the manger. It actually went really quickly. It would be one that would be easy to finish, but, you know, it's not on my list. Another joyful thing while we were at the cabin was that we were sitting out on the deck just enjoying our lives and listening to the sound of the river. And I think Dax was reading. I don't think I was stitching, though. I try not to stitch after whiskey. Because I don't want to pick it up later and go, what was I doing? Anyway, we were just sitting there and I looked down and a bird pooped on me. Why? Why? Anyway. This one, the teepees. This is another kit from, I think, Hobby Lobby. I'm pretty sure that these are Hobby Lobby kits. I started this one last year. So, this time I worked over here. I say mostly, I don't know, maybe I did all of that this time. I don't really remember. Again, it's been too long. That's why I shouldn't go so long without filming a video, because it's not good for me. This is another one of the cats and quilts. This one is from March, April of 86. Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. That's what that one looks like. I was like flashing y'all the pattern and everything. So there you go. Yeah, I've been toying with contacts because now they make multifocal contacts and my glasses are progressives. But working on the computer and everything and just like doing this, when I want to see what's right there, I have to look up through the bifocal portion, or the bifocal, it's not, through the reading portion, and with these contacts, hopefully I won't have to do that anymore, because after a full day at work, and we usually work 10 or 12 hours a day, your neck gets sore from having to see what you're doing all the time. And they ordered, I've gotten an order of contacts in, but the reading portion wasn't strong enough, so they have ordered another trial pair while we figure out what's going to work best. But I did manage to, in the meantime, scratch my cornea and had to do antibiotic eye drops. And so Dax says, "You're not making these contacts seem very appealing." It's like, it's not a contacts part, it's just me. Because I do things like that. Why wouldn't I? So this is where I am on the, this is the Amish one. So that's a fair amount of stitching. I'm doing this on an 18 count even weave. All of them on the same 18 count even weave. So I feel like I got a lot accomplished on that one. And that was a new start this year. I worked on my next one. Where does this get us to? The 12th. On the 12th, I worked on this one. It's a kit on, it's like on plastic canvas. This isn't paper. It's plastic stuff. But I finished up, this is the bottom of the house and the door here. I think that's what I did. So write that in there. I love working on this one. I really want to finish it. But it's not on my list of 20, so. Actually, I really want to finish them all. But I don't know if I said, I started that one in 2020. This is Happy Everything. I started this one in 2017, which is just ridiculous. But it has buku backstitching. It really does. I don't know that I'm going to get past Very Tea because I am still there. But it's all about me, right? This time when I worked on it, I finished the backstitching on the schoolhouse. I did all the backstitching down here, put in these leaves and the apples and everything, did that backstitching and the star. So the next time I work on it, I may actually get past the T, but I'm not making any promises. Because I kind of like that it's Very Tea. This was a new start out of these towels. One designed by, what does it say? Kathy Livingston. It's out of this book. This is a book that I got from Sherry Smith, that she sent me a whole bunch of stuff, and it was so kind of her. This one, I'm doing this, and I'm not doing it on a towel. I just thought it would be a cute little Valentine thing. So here I am. I believe there's a darker color that goes out of here around the edge of the heart. Yeah, I went through my new starts for Maynia and made sure that I kitted them up. I went and bought the thread that I needed, and I still have all these things that I'm missing thread. So I don't know what I've done with the floss. This isn't the only one I'm missing floss for. But there you go. For the next day, the 15th was my Mystic Stitch Solitude. I didn't work on it, y'all. Addison and Jacob went to Hawaii, and I had to get up early and get them to the airport, and I did that instead of the time that usually I would stitch, and then working late and everything. When I got home, I just crashed, so I didn't get any stitching done that day. So my streak broken again. So we start over. So on the next day, which was the 16th, I was supposed to work on a Mill Hill kit, a beaded bear. I had started the bear on fabric, and I hated it. I had restarted it. Actually, I think the way it actually worked, I started the bear on the perforated paper. And then I decided I wanted it on fabric to do like a little pillow. I hated it on the fabric, so I went back and started it again on the perforated paper. I don't like the bear because we've been through all of this. I got a fair way in and realized that I had made a mistake kind of early on. So I said a bunch of bad words and decided I'm not doing this bear. I left out some of the words there too. So I decided I'm going to replace it with something else, and I chose this. It's called Love Simplified. Says it's designed by Sandra Sullivan, designs that reflect our American heritage. It's from Homespun Elegance. This is another one that Sherry Smith, that was in the box of stuff that she had sent. So I decided I would work on that. It calls for crescent colors. I just pulled my own. And actually what I pulled was this was color 436, which was kind of a tan color that I dyed with red dye, like scarlet rit dye. It's really hard to tell. And then this is 762, a yellow, and I coffee stained it. So that's what I used. And that little puppy was pretty easy, so I started it and finished it. The gold is hard to see on there, but it does, if you're in person, you can see it. But, so you can see some a little bit. So, anyway, yay, finish. I'll take it. So I started and finished that one this year. I think that makes one thing that I'll get to start next year during Stitch Mania. Hopefully, we'll get more done. Hopefully. On the 17th, out of those holiday lineups, and I'm doing a turkey in one of the haystacks with a pumpkin. I'm not doing a whole line. This is another one where I'm missing colors for the turkey, so I started with pumpkin. Like I said, I don't know what happened. I don't know. These are all little scraps. The ones that I've shown, like this one and this one, are from 123 Stitch, from just a 6 by 6 inch grab bag of fabric. You just, I think they're all 18 count. So, we are up to the 18th. This was a new start this year. This is another one from Sherry Smith. She has been very, very enabling. I started this one, and I'm just doing it on, again, on a piece of fabric, not on a t-shirt, sweatshirt. But here's where I got to on it. This is the heart in the middle, and then this is around Santa's coat here. That's where we are in that. I thought that was a decent amount of progress, and a lot of this is where you, just like on this, where you outline in one color and then it's all filled in a different color, so you don't even have to have the pattern with you. This one I started in, that says 2021, and I know that's not right. 2019. And it's this Ukrainian ornament. This was a free pattern. If you're interested in knowing where, let me know. This one, I started 2/1, and this fabric is like, I don't know, 22 maybe. It's an even weave. But this one I started, and then I cut off where I had worked on it before. And then I started it again and got the flower done, and when I picked it up, I did this piece that should go out this way. I did it this way, so I had to rip that out. So this time around, I actually got it put in the right way. I was a little paranoid about it, but I think the next time I pick this up and work on it, I will actually get to start making progress from where I was before. Because isn't that ridiculous? Let's see. This is a new start for this year. This is the Spooky Welcome, because you know how I am about the welcomes. Sherry Burkett, who needs to make a floss tube video again. I'm making that her new last name. Sent this to me when she finished it. She passed the stash, and this is where I got to on it. Oh, there you go. This will all get filled in. I just kind of, I didn't want it to have lines, so I just kind of pushed out here and there. But it still smells like being at the cabin. Because some of these I took, several of these, the Ukrainian ornament on, I took and worked on while we were out at the cabin. This is another new start, and this was my last new start, I believe, yes. Right? Yep, the 21st. I'm doing, no, is it coffee yet? This one. And this is another one that, again, I'm missing colors. I gotta find them. I don't know where they are. But I managed to get all the words done. And I had the color for part of the stripes on the coffee cup. Just my little needle minder from Central Park. I figured that went perfect with it. And this one, I believe, this that I got from in a swap with the Distracted Stitcher, Kimberly, who, as far as I know, has not made a video in a while. But my YouTube is like probably 30 updates behind, so she could have done it and it didn't tell me. I go to places and I'm like, whoa, when did they post? Because there will be 10 videos that I haven't seen. Anyway, that's it. That's what I stitched for Stitch Mania. I've stitched other stuff since then because, like I said, I just did the 21. But we'll get to all of that stuff in another video. I was severely enabled, and so I have some patterns to show. And what else? I think that that's really kind of it. Yeah, I think so. I feel like this video is going to be forever long anyway. I would love to welcome all of my new subscribers. I started getting some new subscribers, so I was like, okay, somebody has said something. And I got on Instagram, which, again, I hardly ever do anymore. I've just gotten lazy, to be honest, and sidetracked with other things. But Melanie at Melly Ellie Stitches said undeservedly nice things about me, and I want to welcome all of y'all that came from there, and I welcome you even if you didn't come from there, but I know a lot of you did, and I appreciate the subscriptions, the likes. I thank all of y'all for just showing up and hanging out with me. For those who came from Melanie's place, there's my parents that she talked about in her video, because they're smart Alex. That's why they're there. Anyway, welcome. Appreciate having you here. All of y'all that come back, I appreciate having y'all here also. And honestly, I'm going to try to record again this weekend. Either way, though, thanks again, y'all, and we will see you next time. Hopefully it's the weekend. Thanks, y'all. Bye.